Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Heart Space. Today, we're going to speak about something that's really important that we all are engaged in this time of rapid metamorphosis. And we're doing this video to be a continuation, basically, of the one that we just did on the key to source connection. The key to source connection. And in order to develop that key to its finest quality, to make it unlock the door of your heart space, you need to know the difference between astral love and pure love and move into pure love. And there's so many differences. And of course, for a while, we're weaving between the two of them as we go into meditation and as we're opening the heart space and we're sensing pure love. We're also going back into the third dimension and we're moving back into our old ways a lot of times of using the astral being. But first, I want to start by honoring our astrality, our astral being. This whole Earth experiment was about us coming into separation and losing our connection to Source. Maybe not as much as we actually did, as I understand it, but that we would experience self consciousness, self experiences that were not united with the whole of all that is in oneness. And even as we speak about coming back into oneness, there are so many levels of this as a human who has been in separation that we have to adjust to coming back into oneness. And our beautiful guides, they know us, they know you, you're different from me. And we need different things in this process of coming home. But in making this video, I do not want in any way, as we're going to talk about the difference between living in separation and astrality and locked in your body and not having great senses of what is beyond here and this world of the third dimension, and moving into the pure love of oneness where you're coming into connection with beings of all realms and feeling that oneness all around you. Those are adjustments for us to be made. And I first just want to honor the part about us going into separation and what we've gained from this. We have been given and developed ourselves, our senses of seeing and hearing, of feeling, touch, tasting. And all of that belongs within the astral realm through our senses, through our nervous system. And then that is all then experienced through our ego nature. And so all of these emotions, all of the emotions are astral. They're through our astral being. And then they're connected to our ego and how we experience this life. All of our pains, all of our joys, locked in separation. But that has helped us to feel a sense that we're individuals because we've been locked away from source of being. I am an individual. I am Cynthia Heal Dudgeon, and I know that I am an individual being. And it's potentially the strongest sense of individuality of almost anyone in the universe. There, there are obviously other beings who are doing this type of an experiment, but it's quite unique on Earth. We have our own unique journey that we have been taking here. And now, if you choose to, everything is opening up for us to come back freely into oneness and feel pure love once again, and all of the mysterious, magical creativity that that involves. But coming back as an individual, and we will still be able to feel ourselves as individuals and then go into the oneness. But we have developed this consciousness through this being that is physical, etheric, which is life, astral, and ego. Those four, like a box. Physical, eth physical body, ether, life, watery, astral, the airy element, the fire is the ego. Okay, so we've had this experience and we honor it. And now it's time to come home. So as you're coming home, that has to be through pure love, not astral love. Astral love will not take you home. Emotions are not pure love. Emotions of feeling joy, feeling pain, feeling sorrow, feeling grief, feeling anxiety. Oh, there's so much of that in this world right now. Those belong to the astral realm, and they have nothing to do with the realm of pure love. You do not feel those emotions in pure love. And so this will give you a good key as you're feeling, am I feeling pure love or not? It's not your regular emotions. And we'll be explaining this in a moment. But because we're locked in separation, our astral emotions have been largely self-serving. They're, in a sense, they're selfish because we actually believe that that's how it's supposed to be. You have your emotions, I have my emotions. And there you go. And so it's very self-absorbed, my friends. Our astral experiences are incredibly self-absorbed. They're selfish. And that is not true self-love. You achieve self-love through going into the purity of your heart space and returning to pure flowing essence of this state of being that is pure love. It is not your human emotions in that way. Pure love is going to be your human experience as a being coming back from separation. But do you see the difference? Your regular emotions often serve you in separation because that's the journey we've taken. And we have developed incredibly strong sense of self and individualized self-consciousness. And it's so highly admired that many of us are freely choosing to go back into pure love, to come back into connection. Because there's a lot to that that's so different from being this individualized being. And of course, all of our allies have known this, but it's something that I see so clearly in people myself. They're very afraid. And there are many intuitives in the classes that they are speaking are actually not moving out of astral love. It's just helping their people to let their love light shine, their astral light shine brighter and a little purer. But it's actually not taking you home to pure love. And often when I've met people working from that way, they're actually terrified of going into the quietude of their own heart and very fearful of actual any true contact with a being on the other side. If that's where you are, that is where you are, and you are loved. You are very loved. And you have to trust your individuality. Maybe take a look at this. Am I really afraid of actual contact with a being? Maybe I'm just not ready yet. I just want to go maybe just into the quiet for now. I don't want to meet anybody there. Honor yourself and your journey. Because I've seen many people who can ride all these beautiful things and watch other people's experiences, but they're actually very afraid to go into the experience themselves. You're honored for where you are. But I'm telling you, opening the heart to pure love, opening the heart to pure love cures everything. All of those emotions, anxiety drops away, fear drops away, hatred drops away, and anything in your way, any lingering hatred in your heart and your lingering fears, they'll come up to be released. And they can look really awful, and you may have to writhe around for a day or two with them until you can release them, and maybe they return over and over until you don't engage them anymore and let them waft away, surrounded in pure love, or integrate them within you, whatever you're being guided to do. But pure love, if you really want to go back to source of being, if you really want to go back to the divine Father of infinity, of the infinite consciousness of flowing, pure, unconditional love. This is a state of being. It constantly flows, and it is in everything. We are in an illusion that we are separate. This whole astral experience, yes, we have developed our individuality through it, but the actual encasing that we are in, that our feelings are only our own, it's all an illusion that we're breaking out of now. It's falling away because Mother Earth is sending all of these energetics up of multidimensionality. All of the star friends are here. Their stars are sending these impulses for helping us to open. Some of them are coming to help reverse the changes that they made in our DNA and our beings, who we'll be talking to soon. They've come back to help undo what they did long, long ago so that we could go on this journey of separation so we can come home if we choose. Astral being is our emotions, our sense that they belong to us and other people's belong to theirs, to them, their individualities. And there is so much, again, that is self-serving in it completely. And that if we send someone our love or we do something loving, that we'd like something in return. And even to do a lot of selfish, selfless acts, we feel is actually soothing something in our own heart that makes us feel better about ourselves. And sometimes that massages our egos to do these kinds of things. Only in moving to pure love does pure love simply flow everywhere, continuously. Pure love is infinite. Now, when Michael came and he wanted to blend with me, I could feel his love. And I have very strong feelings. Okay, so he came and I said, okay, he wanted to blend with me. I was a little nervous about it, but I could feel his love surrounding me and it was different. And when he blended with my heart, which he is doing right now as I'm speaking this, it was absolutely disarming. It was so tender. And the flow is continuous. And it's just flowing into my heart. And it was so calming and so peaceful and so unending. And I could just breathe better. And I could feel the more I blended with him, the more my anxiety was beginning to drop away and leaving me. And eventually I could feel that my whole nervous system was beginning to heal and calm down. Calm down. Dear ones, if you're around computers, and we're on a computer right now, and your phone, the frequencies emitted naturally cause a certain anxiety in humans. It's like it's whipping us constantly. It's very good to turn everything off, go out in nature, as you hear from mothers. Pam Gregory said, put your feet on the ground. Yes, please put your feet on the ground. Because when you do, and you're in the plant world, like in my spiral garden and in my trees, and I touch them all the time, they are in pure love. They are connected to the infinite. I put my hands on my great big redwoods that are right behind me, and wow, they just immediately take me right to the stars and right into the ground and right into deep inner peace because they're still in it. They're still in pure love. And you're opening back up to that to be in oneness with them. But you see, this is why your astral being is your emotions through your senses, through your nervous system. That's why it has to be quieted. That's not going to take you to pure love. Those senses, the emotions in your astral being. And some of those emotions can be so painful, so deep, and especially if you're very young, like from 0 to 7 and you've had wounds, those go right into your etheric, into your life body. And those are very hard to heal. And some of us have a lot of wounds from when we were very young children, maybe being abused in some way. Those are deep, those have to be healed, and they take longer because they go as far as right into your life body, into your etheric. That's why you have to quiet. This really gives you a picture of why you have to quiet your senses and your emotions and go into absolute quietude and stillness. We're just going to invite Stillman here. He just showed up. He's a star being, and he's with Michael, and he's with your guide, and you can invite him if you want to, as we just go into that quiet and let go of everything in our minds. And I know for some of you it's so hard, but just focus your thoughts on stillness to start with. Just focus your thoughts and return to that again and again. And you can imagine even this beautiful womb space. It can be like clouds that are dark. It's nothingness, but there's something there inside that nothingness, that quietude in your heart. Practice this every day. One of the things I noticed, the more Michael blended with me, it unlocked the door of pure love in my own heart, and it started flowing back to him. I could feel it. It brought tears to my eyes. My heart's flowing back to you, Michael. And then the more we blended, we began to float, like we'd listen to soft music and we'd float in the absolute quietude. And then pretty soon I'm saying, Michael, there are some other beings watching us. These other beings watching us. And he said, well, sure, there have always been beings watching you. Your ancestors, everybody's watching you. We just didn't know it. Maybe some of you knew it. I kind of knew it. I talked to them when I was a child, but I thought they were imaginary friends. Turns out they weren't. So we go into the quiet and let your beloved one, whoever it is, come into your heart. If it's your guardian angel you are comfortable with, if it's the archangel, Michael, if it is your star friend who has come to be with you, they know you so well. Michael knows me so well. For me, there could not be a more perfect guide. Okay, they're flowing to us now. And so I say, Michael, your love is everywhere. It's all around me. And I always just felt like my love was within me and I could send love to other people, but so much of it I was receiving and giving in a more physical way in the world. But he said, oh, I never hold on to whatever love is sending me, is coming through me. It goes into the all, it goes into the oneness. And at first, with all the beings around and thinking everything is flowing into the oneness, can be a little bit intimidating as a human locked in separation. So please be gentle with yourself about this. Be gentle with yourself. But now, what is pure love? It is not emotions. It is not your emotions. It is the infinite consciousness, a state of being, of eternal flow, of sublime peace, absolute sublimity of love and bliss. And then it's moving through your entire being continuously. Continuously. As you move into the stillness and that heart door opens, and first this love appears. You're going to feel it a little bit differently because we're unique individuals. And some of you, it will almost immediately go up to your third eye and the stars, particularly if you have connections to Sirius. It's your love really can be even centered here in your third eye as it goes up. So we have different spiritual configurations, different physiognomies, spiritual physiognomy of how we experience these things. Pure love flows. It feels infinitely calming. It feels that it does belong to everything and everyone. And it will heal your entire being of every pain you have felt, every transgression that was committed against you and that you committed comes up to be healed. There's no judgment in it at all. It all is just coming up to be healed. We judge ourselves when these things are coming up, but there is no judgment from infinity at all, from Source, from Father Divine at all. But Mother Divine is present through this process. And as we have been hearing, the divine feminine has been withheld from us for so long that we hardly recognize it. We hardly know it. So now your divine feminine guide is coming in to bring that side of the pure love of this incredible, soft, womb-like, dynamic energy that is creating a new you in the divine feminine love, which is that other part. The divine masculine is the infinite flow of the consciousness of pure love. We are manifesting into a completely new being that is filled with pure love. And it requires a whole new manifesting form within our light body. And this physical manifestation is changing. It's becoming less dense. It's becoming much larger as we sense into our subtle senses. We sense into our entire toroidal field again. We're not locked in these bodies anymore. And the pure love helps this expansion occur. Occur. Okay, we got there. Okay. Sometimes it's hard for me to speak because whatever I am speaking with Michael, I'm experiencing it. I'm not talking about it because it's not about talking. As I am talking to you about it, I invite you to feel into it yourselves. Michael and I are sending you the energetics with everything I say. We are sending you the energetics of pure love. And then he flows right to you all, okay? With me. Deep in the silence of the heart space. Do you understand now why you need to be silent? Because your emotions and your senses are what developed our individuality and locked us away from pure love. So you let them go. And whatever of your nature, my nature as Sid living her life in astrology and whatever I had done in my spiritual life that truly is connected to the intentions of my higher self. Nothing is lost. Those things are not lost as you silence yourself. Please understand that. As we continually go back into the silence to meet source there in pure love of the heart space, and then you go through that heart door, through that infinity point into the universe within where everyone is, you don't lose anything that is truly you in this journey, but you continually offer it like Michael is always offering himself, and then he's always growing. He says it's infinite. The unfolding of your being is an infinite process. That's, again, I've said this before, this is very difficult to grasp, but you can surrender all day long, every experience, and then it's metamorphosing into some multidimensional self of you with every surrender, with every offering, going back into the silence. And what is really you, what is really you connected to your higher self remains or metamorphoses into something at a higher level all the time, at a deeper level, at a broader level, however you want to see that. So this is the self-love you're looking for in the silence that pours over your entire weary being, weary of anxiety, weary of distress, weary of fear. And there is a steadiness in it. I really feel that in the divine feminine. You rest in yourself. It's such a wonderful word. I rest now in who I am. And I am in complete comfort in this state of the fertile ground of the stillness. I can rest in it and love me with pure love, flowing all over my being to heal every little part of it. And as I do that, it's incredibly freeing because you're moving back into oneness and you have no hooks on anyone else and their journey. As you feel your own freedom, dear friends, you feel the freedom of others so completely. You don't have to change them. You don't have to let them be them on their journey. But also, you have to ask them if they're imposing on you. I honor your journey, but I just ask you to honor mine and then respect my perspective, and I will respect your perspective and leave you free. I would like that same freedom. In fact, that's something that we all need to have, is this freedom to go through this journey in our unique way. Rest in the infinite consciousness of flowing purity and bliss. Rest in this. That is the key. Love to all of you. Blessings.